Hey, what's up, everybody? It's 35 here, bringing you part 2 of my video game collection. And this time I'm going to be showing you guys my PS2 games collection, starting off with the Jak and Daxter series. So here's the first Jak and Daxter game. You know, in all honesty, I played this one last. Like, I played Jak 2, 3, and Jak X Combat Racing. Well, I know I played Jak 2 and 3 before this one, but basically, like, the first, entry into the Jak and Daxter series. I didn't play this one until last. Yeah, I know I played it out of order, my bad, but you know what? At least I played it anyway. Yeah, this is the first original Jak and Daxter game back when it was, you know, mainly platformer. This instruction booklet, which is, you know, pretty much extinct in this day and age. Then precursor herbs. Orbs. Oh my god, I'm already failing at talking, but yep. So I realized this thing's upside down. Of course it is. Yeah, it's the controls and all that stuff. This is a fun Jak and Daxter game. It's either this one or the third. Or Jak 3 is my favorite. I think, actually, you know what? This is my favorite one, I believe, because it's just, you know, mostly pure platforming. I think this one's my favorite Jak and Daxter game. Normally, I would, you know, show off Jak 2 right now, but I don't have the case for it, unfortunately. Like, I know I have it, I can't find what I do with the case. I tried to find it before I recorded this video, but I couldn't find it. But I also have Jak 2, and Jak 2, boy, what a game that was. That game, I never beat Jak 2, to be honest. Like, Jak 2 is the only Jak and Daxter game I never beat, because that game was stupid hard. Like, I'm not even kidding. It makes no sense. Like, the part I got stuck on was the freaking part we had to race Arrow through the city for the second time. I couldn't do it. I rage quit after trying multiple freaking times, and just it was retarded. Another mission that was annoying that a lot of people got stuck on. I don't remember how long I got stuck on this mission, but it was that mission where, like, you go to the docks or whatever, and you get this artifact or something like that, and then, like, you have to run back, but without getting killed, and there's no health packs or whatever. Yeah, that mission was annoying, but I didn't get stuck on that mission as much as some other people. Like, some other people said I got stuck on that mission for months. I was like, dude, I had trouble with it, but not that much trouble. It was Arrow I could never beat, so I was resorted to looking up playthroughs of the game on YouTube just to see how it ended, because I couldn't do it. It was too much. But after Jak 2, of course, comes Jak 3. This is where he, you know, continues on the story with the dark and light Jak. Epic Legacy concludes. This game was pretty fun too. It has some annoying parts in it, but, you know, it wasn't as bad as Jak 2. I beat this game. Like I said, Jak 2 was the only Jak and Daxter I couldn't beat. The book. I don't feel like taking the manual out right now, but showing off this. Yeah, this game had a couple of annoying parts in it too, but, you know, it wasn't as bad as Jak 2. It shows off the dark Jak powers and the light Jak powers. No, I read this on the back of me, so it's like the Epic Legacy concludes. So, you know, if they do make a Jak 4, do you think it'll be like a continuation onto this, or would it be like a, I don't know, would the series be rebooted or what? Like, if Naughty Dog were to make a new Jak game, would y'all want the series to be rebooted, or like just like a continuation or whatever? Because it says the Epic Legacy concludes, or, you know, ends basically on this, because, you know, this pretty much was like the end. But what would you guys like to see? Would you guys like to see it rebooted, or just a continuation on from, or new stories or whatever? But you can leave that in the comments. And I have here the somewhat infamous Jak X. It's not as bad as some people say it is. I enjoyed it. Like, it was not my favorite one. It's probably my least favorite Jak and Daxter game, but, you know, it was alright. It wasn't as bad as some people made it out to be. Pretty cool. Pretty much just the, oh yeah, Ratchet Deadlocked, baby. So that's another thing I miss about manuals back in the day. When you got to the end of it, you could like see a little preview of a new game that's either about to come out or it's already out. You know. Oh yeah, isn't I think that's Ashlyn from Jak 2, if I remember her name correctly. Oh god. But yeah, it was an alright game. It wasn't as good as everyone said it. I mean, it wasn't as bad as some people said it was, but and it wasn't, you know, spectacular or anything. But it's alright. Nobody's perfect. Next up on the list here is that Sly 3: Honor Among Thieves. This is probably my least favorite in the entry in the Sly series. Like, it's good and I like it. I like all 4 Sly games, but this is probably my least favorite one. It's just, I can't remember exactly why, because it's been so long since I played it, but, you know, it wasn't as good as the other ones. It was still good, just like, you know, not to the same level as the other Sly games, but I still, you know, kind of enjoyed it. Oh yeah, they made the instruction manual look like the previous cartoons. Oh yeah! Bruh. I forgot this game had that whole 3D thing going on with it. Yeah, you could like turn on 3D mode within the game and like it would make it look weird, then you could put on these 3D glasses and look through it and you know everything would be all 3D effect-ish. I see this was back in the day. You didn't have to go out and buy a freaking 3D television just to experience 3D on this. You could just turn it on within the game and just sit there with these glasses on, looking like a dang fool and enjoying some Sly in 3D. Oh look, this is where you get them from too. I completely forgot this game had a 3D thing going on with it. I completely forgot until I saw those. Pretty cool. And this back in there. Next up on the list is this game called Seek and Destroy. I played a little bit of this game. I didn't play not that much of it, but my friend played a ton of this game. He loved the crap out of this game, and I liked it too. It was pretty fun. You can play as a tank and customize it and stuff, and you know, fight all the different types of enemy tanks and machines and all that stuff. It's actually a really fun game too. It's mostly an arcade. It's an arcade-ish type game, so you know, there's not really slow, boring, regular tank gameplay. It's just like, you know, arcade explosions everywhere. The tank doesn't drive retardedly slow. It was a pretty fun game for the PS2. It's not, you know, realistic like that one freaking tank game. What was it? World of Tanks or whatever? Yeah, that game looks boring as hell. This isn't realistic at all. So you can, like, you know, put customizations and all that on your tank. This is a pretty fun little game. If you can find this for the PS2, I would suggest, like, you know, buying it. It was pretty fun. I hadn't played all that much of it. My friend played the crap out of this game, and I watched him play, and he was having a freaking blast with this game back in the day, so it's all good. Alright, next up I have is probably going to be weird to see someone with this game. Probably like, what, they made this game for the PS2? What were you talking about? But that's Half-Life, the original Half-Life on the PS2. I never beat this game. It got kind of hard later on. Like, I got stuck in a, you know, because it's one of those really old type shooters where you have to, like, be careful and manage your health and that stuff. And I was doing that. It's just like, you know, I kind of screwed up and got stuck later on. It was still alright though. The movement speed in this game was way too fast. Like, it's like they, oh my god, it's like they never toned down the movement speed from like the PC version or whatever. So like when you would walk or whatever, the movement felt like really kind of awkward and too fast, and it was hard to like do jumps because, you know, in Half-Life games you always have to do like these crazy jumps and all that. Who the heck are you? But it was pretty fun. Oh yeah, the PS2 version came with that Half-Life Decay co-op thing on it. This game has some tricky stuff to it, man. I'm telling you, this game was quite difficult. Yeah, it was fun. It's just like, you know, like I said, the movement speed and all that was really weird on it. Alright, next game I have was probably one of my, it's one of my favorite Rockstar games. It's honestly, in my opinion, it's the best game Rockstar's made. Like, I like this more than I like the Grand Theft Auto games, and that's Bully. If you haven't played Bully by now, find some way to play. You either get a freaking an Xbox or a PS2 or whatever. Just find some way to play this game, because this game is incredible. I love this. This is my favorite Rockstar game that they've made. It's the best one they've made, in my opinion. I remember this game had a lot of controversy too when it first came out, because, you know, it's Rockstar and how their games are. All that stuff. Oh, it was just a piece of paper that had to have like had to get like different costumes and outfits and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. Here's the disc. This game had, like, the gameplay was amazing and fun on this game. I played this game like so many times. It was so much fun. Gameplay was awesome. The soundtrack was awesome. Oh yeah, it came with a little comic too. I don't feel like taking all that out. More comic. Yeah, this game was incredible. Like I said, the gameplay was fantastic and fun. The soundtrack, everything, dude. Like, of course, Rockstar has to have a map come with every game they play, because it's an open world type game. Characters were fantastic. I'm not opening this whole map. I don't feel like it, because we all know how hard maps are to put back together, or, you know, put back up. So it's pretty much half the map. I don't feel like taking the rest of this out. Yeah, if you somehow haven't played Bully by now, I really suggest you play it, because this game is awesome. This is one of my favorite games. Like, you know, if I had what I'm gonna do, you know, what I am doing is making a list of my top 10 favorite games. I kind of had to switch around my list, so this game may not make it on there. Doesn't mean it's not good. It's a great game. I love it, but I just had to, like, move around a couple other games on my list, because, you know, some other games on there were awesome as well. But this is really one of my favorite PS2 games, and just one of my favorite games in general of all time. This game is so awesome. But can I please close this book? But yeah, now I've played this game a lot. You know, I'm just sitting here thirstily awaiting Rockstar over here to make a Bully 2. It needs to happen, Rockstar. I am sitting here. I am waiting. I'm thirsty. I am literally thirsty for Bully 2 right now, Rockstar. You have to do it, son. You have to do it. Alright, next up on the list of PS2 games I have is Mortal Kombat Armageddon. This is a really awesome Mortal Kombat game. This is the one that has, like, every Mortal Kombat character ever in the universe is in this one game. It has a really cool character creation thing. I'm a sucker. This is what mostly drew me to the game, the most of the character creation, because, you know, I'm a sucker for some really good character creation things. And it's a pretty deep customization thing, too. You can change your characters, the way they, you know, look, sound, their fighting style. You can customize the weapon they use. You can even buy, like, individual fighting moves, you know, completely just trick out your character and make them use, like, you know, a certain button combination for a certain move. You can pretty much make up your own fatalities. This is my favorite Mortal Kombat game, pretty much, just, you know, mainly because the character customization. Stranglehold, I never played that game, but, you know, mainly for the character customization, and then the character roster, which is a picture of right here, if you guys can see it any good. But yeah, that's the character selection. Pretty much every Mortal Kombat character in the game, in the universe, is in this game, plus a couple new ones, like that demon looking dude right there, Onaga, or whatever his name was. Yes, the character customization in this game is extremely deep, especially for a fighting game. I really wish more fighting games would have a character customization as deep as this. If you guys are ever curious of what it looks like, just, like, you know, go on YouTube. Well, you're already on YouTube if you're watching this, but, you know, just look up Mortal Kombat Armageddon character customization, because It's really deep, and I love deep character customization things in video games, and just, you know, for it being a fighting game and how deep the customization is with the character and the moves you can make him use, it's incredible. So this is pretty much my favorite Mortal Kombat game. It's awesome. Although it's kind of hard though, but man, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I suck at fighting games. I can't tell which one. Next up on the list, and if you guys had a PS2 in your lifetime, you should probably know the series by now. You know, if you haven't played a game in the series, I don't know what you was doing with a PS2, but that is the lovely and one of my favorite, you know, gaming franchises of all time is the Ratchet and Clank. This is the original Ratchet and Clank. That greatest hits though. You know, this is the original Ratchet and Clank. Fun fact, I also didn't play the first Ratchet and Clank first neither. I played Going Commando first, then I think Up Your Arsenal, then I played this. That's a little fun fact in case you guys didn't know that about me. Like, my favorite gaming series, which is, you know, Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, Jak and Daxter. I never played the first game in the series first. I always played the second game. I played Jak 2 first, then I played Ratchet and Clank Going Commando first, and I played Sly 2 first, so I never really played the first game in the series, you know, first, and I never really played them in order. I always started out with the second game, and then, you know, just worked my way over until I finally got the original ones. But, you know, it's cool. I think this is a poster or map or something. This game doesn't have an instruction booklet. Oh well. I'm not going to take out this whole yeah, it's a poster. I forgot what it was though, but I'm not going to take this whole thing out. Or should I? You know what? Just because you guys helped me get 700 subscribers and I love you guys that much, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to unfold this and see what it looks like. Hang on a second. Okay, so here's the first side of this poster. Hope I can get all or most of it in place. It's Ratchet on a grind around one of the space planet. I can't remember what it was called. And then this is the reverse side of it, which, you know, has like, you know, details all the weapons. Oh, no wonder this game didn't have an instruction booklet. It was the poster. The poster was like the instruction manuals. I forgot. That's some of the weapons. Oh yeah. The Sut Cannon. Wait, what was I say? Warning: the Sut Cannon is not recommended for household chores. So that's one thing I miss about like the newer Ratchet and Clank games on the PS3. They're good, but you know, it's just something about like the type of humor that the PS2 Ratchet games have. They don't have that in the Ratchet games on the PS3. It's like they took some of that humor away because these games had some of the really good, funny, slightly dirty humor. Now I'm going to have to put this monster back into the freaking PS2 case. Okay, I kid you not. I got scared when I started to fold that poster back up because I was like, suddenly I forgot how this goes back in there. I forgot how it folded. Excuse me. I forgot how it folded for a second. So I like started to fold the freaking poster and I got scared, but I got it back into the case, no problem. So it's all good. Alright, well, if you have the one Ratchet and Clank game, of course, you realize this means I have to have that Ratchet and Clank 2, Ratchet and Clank Going Commando, next. This is pretty much my second favorite PS2 Ratchet and Clank game. It comes real close to being the first one, but you'll guys will see what my favorite Ratchet and Clank game is pretty soon. Cerny Games. It'll take more than your big guns to take on this challenge. You up for it? Yeah, this is pretty much the first Ratchet and Clank game. You know, I play, like I said, I always play my favorite game series. That's the funny thing. It always seems like my favorite game series. I never played the first game first, and I always played them kind of out of order. But you guys will find out how I found out about this game later on through another game that I have in my PS2 games collection. So you guys will find out how I found out about this later on. And see, that's what I'm talking about when I said, like, the type of humor the PS2 Ratchet and Clank games have aren't in the PS3 games. Like, look, where would you find something like that on the back of any of the PS3 Ratchet and Clank games? Like just think about that. Like the PS3 Ratchet and Clank games, they're good and they're still fun. It's just like, that right there and that type of humor just, isn't in there anymore. And I miss that. That's kind of what made Ratchet and Clank what it was. That funny kind of, slightly dirty humor at times. Like you could have sworn on the back of one is just like it says blow shit up, but it says blow and then, it bleeps out the word shit, but I have to look on the back it's on the back of one of the Ratchet and Clank games, I swear. But yeah, I love the Ratchet and Clank series. They're all awesome. Oh yeah, this instruction manual flips sideways instead of, I swear, the gameplay in all the Ratchet and Clank games are so much fun. The gameplay, the soundtrack, the characters, I love every bit of it. I like the soundtrack in every Ratchet and Clank game. This game probably has like my most favorite soundtrack out of the Ratchet and Clank series, probably. If not, my number one favorite is a close second then, Megacorp. Yeah, how many of you guys remember that Ratchet and Clank though? Oh yeah, the thug leader. Strategy guys go. I can't even put a manual back. Okay, there we go. Okay, first off, before I go on to like the next game, this is what I was talking about when I said it says you get to blow shit up on the back of a Ratchet and Clank box. Here it is. Like, see, where is that at on the new Ratchet and Clank games? This type of humor, not even just on the back of the box, but just in the games themselves. Like, they're still good, but like I said, the humor just doesn't really feel like it's the same. It's not the same as it used to be, but it's still good, so it's all right. All right, next up, if you guys can already tell with the series, is pretty much my favorite Ratchet and Clank out of this entire franchise. Like on the PS2, PS3, this is my favorite Ratchet and Clank of like the whole entire series of every game, and that's Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal. The reason why this is my favorite one is like Going Commando is really close to being my favorite one, but this game just like it takes the things that they improved with Going Commando and like improved upon it even more. Like I never played the online for this because, I never had internet for my PS2, but I didn't need online, baby. I had the single player for this was just more than enough. Just like, it has the arena from, because, the Ratchet and Clank games from the second on were, really known for their really fun arena matches, and this game just took the arena from Going Commando. It's like made it even better. Like, there's one called the Corktastic Battle, and it's 100 rounds, and it's just, it's so much fun. It's so hectic. This has some of my favorite weapons in it too. This game had a ton of weapons. Oh, guess how this instruction booklet opens. Dang, Insomniac Games with that instruction booklet innovation. What y'all know about that nowadays? Yeah, like I said, pretty much why I love every other Ratchet and Clank game was the gameplay, those court vid comic things. That's another thing I liked about Up Your Arsenal was like those little vid comic things. You could play like a 2.5D side scrolling type little mini games with Captain Quark. Yeah, just stuff like the vid comics and the better arena, and just the overall even further improved than Going Commando's. Overall, it's just, this is my favorite Ratchet and Clank game out of every one of them that's ever came out. I like all of them, but this is my favorite one. Oh yeah, the Q-Force, Skid, Quark, Helga. Oh yeah, Scrunch. Whatever happened to Scrunch? And Al. Yeah, like I said, Going Commando comes really close to being my favorite Ratchet and Clank game, but this one just, it takes everything from the other ones, it just improves upon it even more, and just, makes it even more epic than Ratchet and Clank usually is. But so, Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal is pretty much my favorite Ratchet and Clank game in the whole series. Alright, next up on the PS2 games collection is FlatOut. It's pretty much a Destruction Derby type racing game. It was fun. I liked it. I didn't play all that much of it because, you know, like, I'm not a huge fan of racing games. It's not a racing sim. There's no way it's a simulator. But, you know, I'm not a huge fan of, like, you know, more realistic type racing games. I like kart racers, but this game was still fun. I mean, if you crash into something hard enough, the dude would go flying out of the windshield. And, you know, if you, like, cause crashes and mayhem and all that stuff, you build up your nitros and you get to go faster and all that. A couple songs in here was pretty catchy too. Yeah, I don't think I ever beat this game. I got pretty far in it. I just like quit playing it for a while. But it was a pretty, you know, neat little game. It was funny. That's what drew me to, is just like, you know, I can't remember. I think I might look up the commercials for this game again, maybe, because I remember the commercials or something I saw about this game. Just like made me want to get it because it looked so funny and stuff. But, you know, it was a neat game. I liked it. Freaking dude getting owned on the windshield. Alright, next up is pretty much my favorite Sly Cooper game in the series, and that's Sly 2 Band of Thieves. Also, the first Sly game I ever played was this one. No, I like this one because, you know, it takes their stuff from Sly 1 and improves upon it, and also got rid of that sometimes extremely annoying horseshoe health system. You actually have a health bar in this game. And then you could play this. You could also play as all three of the Sly gang now. You could play either Sly, Bentley, or Murray. This, you know, where Bentley could walk before, you know, he got his legs crushed or whatever. He had to be in a wheelchair, which made me really sad when I saw that happen to him. I felt really bad for him because, you know, but, and, you know, just like the level design and the places you go to, it really felt like an adventure whenever you went somewhere different. Like, nothing ever seemed the same or whatever. Yeah, well, that's like that with all the Sly games. Every time you go to a new area, it feels like a new area. It doesn't feel like the same old place. It's like, you know, rehashed or whatever. It actually felt legitimately new. And I also like the art style of this game. Like, I love cel shaded graphics. They're my like favorite graphic style for a game. So I love like the, you know, cartoonish comic book type graphic design for this game. It's honestly awesome. Oh, it came with a little map of the areas. Yeah, it's upside down. Yeah, it's 3 worlds. You can go to Paris, France, and a couple other places I can't necessarily remember the name of. Man, why don't games do this anymore? Why don't games nowadays come with like little posters and stuff like that? What happened, man? Where are the posters at? I want my Infamous 2 part. I want my Knack poster. Where my Knack poster at? Someone give me a Knack poster now, please. Like, I need it. But yeah, pretty much my favorite Sly Cooper game. Like I said, I like all the Sly Cooper games. This one's just my favorite and the best one in my opinion. And it was the first time you get to play with all 3 characters. They got rid of that annoying health system. And it's added a whole bunch of newer things to it that weren't in Sly 1 that they really did a really good job with in Sly 2 Band of Thieves. And the commercial for this was awesome too. So there is also that. On to the next video game. Now this game right here was some fun. I remember when I got this game back in the day. It was so much fun just to cause mayhem as a freaking little alien and just kill every little thing. If you guys can guess what that is, that would be destroy all humans. I remember seeing like commercials and stuff for this game. It was like, dude, this game looks awesome. Like, and I bought it, and needless to say, it was awesome. This is the best Destroy All Humans game. Like 2 was alright, but it can't compare to what the original Destroy All Humans was. Sorry about that. I'm like over here freaking dying talking about video games. But I don't know if I would want another Destroy All Humans. Like, I never really thought about that until I just now did this. I was like, I was thinking, you know, would I want another Destroy All Humans? Would you guys want another Destroy All Humans? Because the second one was alright. The third one was, man. Then they had like was Path of the Fear on the third one? I can't remember. After 2, it really went downhill, and you know, it wasn't as good as the first one. But still, Oh yeah, freaking back in the day when instruction manuals had notes where you could write the cheat codes in the back of and just enable the cheat codes and just wreak more havoc. I was never really into those ATV type games, but yeah, just going around doing missions and killing humans with the different the Zap-O-Matic and the disintegrator ray and all that stuff, or you can like take over their minds and all that. This game was so much fun back in the day. This is another game I really recommend playing. If you guys haven't played the original Destroy Humans, find a PS2 or an original Xbox, because I think this came out on the Xbox also, and play it, because this game was so much fun. This is the best Destroy Humans in my opinion. I just suddenly remember, you know, collecting like the brain stems for upgrades and stuff. I remember that now. Game was incredible fun. But next up on the list is, you know, of course, Destroy Humans 2. Like I said, this game it was alright. It wasn't as good as the first one, but it was alright. It had co-op, which was fun. I remember me and my friend playing co-op on this and just destroying everything and just laughing like complete freaking idiots. Killing people. But isn't that what co-op is really about, people? Like, you know, especially co-op like this back in the day when you didn't have to have freaking always internet access and a freaking DLC season pass for $4.99 just to play some dang co-op. And laugh like a complete idiot while you kill things in the game with your friends. Yeah, this one took place in like the 50s, I think. Had like the whole hippie type vibe going on. No, I didn't mean 50s. I meant 70s, 80s. I forget. It's like freaking 2 o'clock. I'm tired, but I don't care. Yeah, it's like pretty much the 70s, 80s type hippie vibe going on with it. I can't really remember the whole story to this because it's been like forever since I played. I about forgot I even had this game and the first one. The first Destroy Humans takes place in like the 50s, you know, in case you can't tell by looking at the way the people dress and all that stuff. That's like the, you know, the 50s or whatever time period this is in. And then Destroy Humans 2 takes place in like the 70s or whatever. It was pretty fun though, like I said. Next game I have on the list is Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex, that greatest hits. This was a pretty decent game. It wasn't, you know, completely fantastic. It was some levels in this game were just annoying. It was trying to be like a more like an upgraded Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. And you know, because they had like the same kind of level warp room layout thing like Crash Bandicoot 3. But yeah, the disc isn't in here. I forget where the disc is at. But Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. I can't remember if that one was any good or not. I never played that one. I mostly only played the PS1 Spyro games. Yeah, all the characters and stuff. You can play as Coco in this one. And then not only just vehicle levels, they at least improved on that. You can actually platform with her in this one. But yeah, this game was, it was alright. You know, it wasn't spectacular and it wasn't completely terrible. It had some good ideas in it. It's just some of the levels were really annoying in it. This one tried to be like a Crash Bandicoot 3.5 or something like that. It was alright. But, you know, it's Crash. I miss Crash. We need more Bandicoot. I need some Bandicoot in my life, son. If this boy don't appear at E3, I'm wrecking something. I am hungry for some more Crash Bandicoot. I am over here starving, son, starving. I ain't even ate in a minute. All right, next up is the last Ratchet and Clank game I have for the PS2, and that's Ratchet Deadlocked. This game, I like this game. Like, I hear not a lot of people really like this game for whatever reason. I don't know why. I thought it was a really good game. I guess it's just because it was a little different. You didn't have Clank with you this time. I don't really see the reason why people didn't really like this game. I really enjoyed this game. I like Merc and Green, the two combat bots you had with you this time. I liked them. I can't tell which one is which because they look the exact same, but Green was my favorite. Whichever one Green was, he was my favorite. One of the two. And this had online play for it, but like I said, I never had online for my PS2, so I never played it, but that's fine. The single player was all I needed. It had more of an arena style type thing going for it. Gameplay, you did like arenas and challenges and all that stuff. It was fun. Like I said, I enjoyed this game. I don't really see why some people said they didn't like it. I always wanted to play this game. This like side-scrolling 2D Ratchet and Clank game on the mobile. How many of y'all remember when phones used to look like that and when mobile phone games look like that? Dang. But yeah, I always wanted to play this game and just, never got around to playing it because I think I had to pay for it and I wasn't about that paying for phone games life. But yeah, I would consider it yet another good Ratchet and Clank series entry. I like this game a lot. That online play and all that stuff. Okay, so next up on my list of PS2 games is I can't even talk. Rocket Power Beach Bandits. This game was fun. This is my favorite Rocket Power game. There's only like I think two. This one and then one for the PS. And there was a Rocket Power game for the PlayStation 1, but that game was garbage. Don't ever buy Rocket Power Team Rocket Rescue. I think for the PS1. Don't even bother with it. It was pure garbage. This game is fun. You can actually explore in this game. Like it's not like a huge open world type game, but it's pretty open world. You can explore a lot of ocean shores, the place where they live at, and skateboard, waters, jets, freaking jet ski. I can't even talk anymore. Or do that thing or skateboard or skate. This game had a lot of depth and stuff. Well, not a whole lot of depth, but it was a fun game. Wait, I think I'm gonna have to freaking fix my camera or something real quick. You could play as you can switch between all four of the Rocket Power kids. You could play either Otto, Twister, Reggie, or Sam. You could play as either one of them. Like they got out of school. Like the story of this, you can read that if you want. But the story of this game was actually pretty good. I liked it. The game started out. This game got really hard later on. Surprisingly, like it starts out pretty easy. It's not like kids game. The dang camera died on me. Sorry about that. My camera died on me for a second. But I was just talking about this. But I can't remember where I left off at. But pretty much the story for this game was pretty good. Like I said, the story about the game is up there if you guys want to pause it and read that. But the gameplay for this game was really fun. You went to like new areas. So some areas, of course, they were in the show, but a lot of the areas in the game were new that were, you never saw in the show, like that place, the lake or whatever. And this game, it was really explorable. It was like a 3D platformer type game with the Rocket Power kids. It wasn't a huge open world, but it was pretty open world for a game based off a Nickelodeon cartoon. Oh yeah, and also if you 100% of the game or whatever, you can unlock like 2 complete random episodes of Rocket Power. I don't think this game ever came with a manual, or did it? I really can't remember. But yeah, this game was fun, and it got really, really hard and annoying later on in the game. Like it starts off easy, like any other game. Then like later on, the game got really freaking hard. Like I'm talking, dude, this game made me rage. Like it's a fun game and I like it, but some of the stuff you have to do towards the end is honestly rage inducing. Like you fight like these robots that take over ocean shores, and these cool boss battles and all that stuff. But it's a fun game. It's just really rage inducing later on. But this is the best like of other Rocket Power games that came out. I don't know how many other than this one and the garbage PS1 Rocket Power. This is by far the best one. So if you like Rocket Power and you're a huge fan of Rocket Power, like I still am. I was about to say I was, but I love Rocket Power. Get this game. It's really fun. I can't remember where I got this game from, but I remember I saw a commercial for it. I'm like, dude, this game looks insane. And I bought it, and yeah, I was happy. But yeah, if you like Rocket Power, find this game somewhere and pick it up and play it. This game is fun. I haven't played it in a long time, but Who knows? Maybe someday I might boot it up and play it again because you know this game was really challenging to 100% too. Like I did it before, but it was so annoying on some parts. But yeah, if you like Rocket Power, get this game. It's worth it in my opinion. Oh yeah, and speaking of Crash Bandicoot, next up on the list is more Crash Bandicoot with that Crash Bandicoot Action Pack though. This came with 3 full Crash Bandicoot games. You got Crash Bandicoot Nitro Kart, you got Crash Twinsanity, and you got Crash Tag Team Racing. I played a little bit of all of them. You know, I was recently starting to replay Nitro Kart again on a PS2 because I never really beat that one. I remember I rented the Nitro Kart from Blockbuster. Remember when that store used to exist, Blockbuster? Yeah, I never bought it until you know I got this pack, of course. But yeah, I haven't really played Tag Team Racing that much yet. And I played a little bit of Twinsanity. Nitro Kart isn't in here because I was playing it earlier and I can't find the case for it. I forgot where I misplaced it, but pretty much, yeah, here's Crash Twinsanity. This game was pretty interesting. Like I said, I haven't beat it. I played a little bit of it, but I'm gonna play this game and beat it eventually, you know. Like I said, there's the instruction booklet, which I don't feel like taking out anymore. Taking out the instruction booklet like every other game. And then, you know, here's Tag Team Racing. I think this game is pretty good, too. I haven't really heard people say anything bad about it, or at least not that I can remember. Like I said, I haven't gotten to play this one yet. Oh, yeah, you can, like, mash the people's cars together and create combo cars or something like that. And you can platform in it, too. I remember now. Yeah, that's the Crash Bandicoot Action Pack. I got this for my birthday one year. It was pretty cool. Can't remember when exactly. Now I can't fit these dang games back in. But yeah, sorry I can't show off the Nitro Kart case. I tried to find it like I did with Jak 2. I was unsuccessful, but there's that Bandicoot Action Pack. Like I said, son, thirsty, dying for some Crash Bandicoot. Where are you at, son? Where are you at? Alright, next up for my list is, we're almost done here. Alright, we're almost done here. Just got like 2 more games to show off. One of them is pretty much one of my favorite RPGs of all time. I freaking love this game to death. And that's Dragon Quest VIII Journey of the Cursed King. I remember when I found this game, oh yeah, it comes with the demo of Final Fantasy. But I was like trying to find a good RPG game for the PS2 because I was wanting an RPG game, so I was looking up some that might be good, and I found this game. I was kind of skeptical about getting it at first. I was really on the fence about it, and I finally just like went out and bought it one day, and I'm glad I did because this game is it's awesome. It's about you know, the main character who he's one of the silent protagonists. He doesn't talk, but you can name him and stuff like that. Where the king is that guy, he gets turned into that thing, and then the queen, no, that's the king, and the girl that gets turned into a horse is, I think it's his daughter. I think if I remember the story correctly, it's been a while since I played this game, but basically they get cursed and they get turned into, he gets turned into that, she gets turned into a horse, and you're supposed to go out and find a cure for how they got cursed or something, or kill the person that cursed them or something like that. It's been too long since I played this game. But yeah, there's the story if you can read it. But in case the guy that, you know, the artist for Dragon Ball Z also drew the characters for this game, so that's why they look kind of like they would be in Dragon Ball Z or whatever. Look, that guy right there, his name is Angelo, I think. I bet from a quick distance or a quick glance, he looks like Trunks, don't he? Don't he? But yeah, that's why the artist that did the Dragon Ball Z characters drew the characters and art for this game. Oh, yeah, that's the Final Fantasy demo. There's the game. There's that guy from Final Fantasy. I'm sorry, I don't know his name. Yeah, this is one of my favorite RPGs of all time. Like, it's just really, you know, kind of cartoony, like, art style and stuff, and the characters are all weird and all that. Like, the little slime things has really weird, strange looking enemies. Like he's fighting trees. It's a turn-based RPG game. And I like turn-based RPG games. I really can't tell which one is my favorite. Like I like both real-time and turn-based. So this is a really fun game, and it's one of my top favorite RPGs ever. I'm really tempted to start this game back up again and play it because I played it once and beat it, and it was incredible. Like I said. So I'm really been tempted to start this game back up again and play through it again, and relive why I like this game so much, because this game was so much fun when I played it. Just the side quests, the missions, the characters you ran into, the characters were all unique with their own personalities and all that was awesome. The weapons you could get, my favorite weapon you could get for the hero was this boomerang. You would throw it and it would attack like all the enemies on the screen. It was a really good weapon. I was like, dude, I'm done with the sword. Swords are irrelevant once you get that boomerang. And there was different variations of boomerangs you could get and all that. And each character had their own unique weapons and all that. And it was just a great game. The dialogue and characters and all that were funny. Yeah, I've been really tempted to start this game up again. This is the reason why I wish whoever made this game, like, I really wish they would make another Dragon Quest game for the consoles. Like, most of the Dragon Quest games that come out now are on the DS and all that, but I really want them to make another Dragon Quest game for the consoles. If they made another one and it was like this, all the Dragon Quest games look like this, I'd buy that junk day one. Day one, son. Please. Whoever makes the Dragon Quest games, please make some more for consoles. I mean, imagine a Dragon Quest game on the PS4, bruh. Oh my god. Yeah, ever since I played this game, I was like, dude, I have to play more Dragon Quest games. I have to. How haven't I not played the series yet? But yeah, this is one of my favorite RPGs, and it's just an incredible game. And if you like RPGs, I suggest you buy this game. My only complaint that I remember about this game that I don't really like is the encounters. They're like those invisible random encounters. You know those things where, like, you don't see the enemy, you're just walking around and you just like get a random encounter. They have those types of encounters in this game, and that's kind of annoying sometimes, but it's not that big enough of a pet peeve to make me dislike this game. It's kind of annoying how that happens, but I still love this game. I still recommend you buy this game. If you like RPGs, if you haven't played a really good RPG in a long time, get this game. It's worth it. Alright folks, this is the last game I have for my PS2 games collection, and it's mainly just like, instead of it being just the game itself, it's mainly just a compilation of demos, and there's quite a story about some of the games on here, but that's this winter 2003, my god, 2003 jam pack brought to you by PlayStation Underground. So it's basically like a demo disc thing with some irrelevant Madden game or NCAA, I can't remember, I don't care, the irrelevant sports biking game, Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time, and that Ratchet and Clank. As you can see on the back of this, here's like pretty much all the games it has on here. It has Downhill Domination, NCAA, irrelevant, NFL Game Day, irrelevant, Ratchet and Clank Going Commando, which is where I first found out about Ratchet and Clank. Like, I can't remember if I'd heard of Ratchet and Clank by then, or I think I might have. I just never got around to playing it or buying it or whatever. But this is where I first played Ratchet and Clank. Was like, I got this demo disc for like I think it was my birthday. Yeah, I got it for my birthday one year. I just started playing some of the games on it. I saw this and I started playing. I'm like, dude, this game was fun. I couldn't stop playing this and one other demo on here that I'll get to in a minute with like the two games I could not start replaying on here. I'm like, dude, I have to buy this game. This game is awesome. So after a while, I was able to go out and buy Ratchet and Clank Going Commando, and I've loved it ever since. And that's how I first found out about the Ratchet and Clank series, was through this demo disc, through Ratchet and Clank Going Commando, and I've loved the series since then. And that's my story, how I found out about Ratchet and Clank. And then this Need for Speed Underground, Dance Dance Revolution, irrelevant, Finding Nemo. I never played that demo. It didn't look like it'd be that interesting of a game on here, so I just, I never bothered to play that. Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time, which was a pretty fun demo. Whiplash, which was also pretty fun. It was really, I never bought the whole game, but it was really weird and really strange. And then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which this is my one of my favorite Ninja Turtles games. It's based off the 2003 series, which is my favorite series. So this game and then Ratchet and Clank were like the two demos on here. I just could not stop replaying. I would replay the heck out of these. I have this game for the PS2. I just can't remember where the disc is at for it, the disc and case. But I do have this game, and I recommend, like, if you're a fan of the Ninja Turtles, especially the 2003 series, this game is fun. It's like a, like a beat 'em up brawler type game, like most other Ninja Turtles games are. But it's really fun. The soundtrack in this game is amazing. It's really great, But yeah, this demo disc is pretty much the story of how I found out about, one of my favorite gaming series, Ratchet and Clank, and the Ninja Turtles game, and a couple other demos on here were pretty fun too. I mainly only played this, that, every now and then that. I didn't bother with any of these other irrelevant ass games. But yeah, the Ninja Turtles was fun. Ratchet and Clank, of course, was fun. This didn't come with a manual. There was no point. It's just, wait, what? Oh yeah, it just gave a description. That's all it was, just a description of the games. And there's the disc for it. Also, yet another demo disc with some pretty cool background music to it, like the music in the first video I told you about the PS1 demo disc. This had good music in the background of it too. But yeah, this whole demo disc just pretty much tells the story of how I first found out about Ratchet and Clank and how I loved it since then, and that Ninja Turtles game, which is awesome. And like I said, if you're a fan of the series, buy this game because it's one of my favorite Ninja Turtles games. And heard that game was alright too, and of course the original Prince of Persia was that was fun too. I just never got around to buying it really. But yeah, that's pretty much my entire PS2 games collection. Next video I do will probably be on my PS3 games. I'm gonna have to go through really fast because I got mad PS3 games. Like, it's not even funny really how many PS3 games I have. It's pretty stupid. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Star35 and I'm out. Please don't forget to give a rating, comment, and subscribe. Peace. Mad PS2 games, bro.